Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. So there's just 10 minutes left of the 48-hour group build, and I could keep tinkering on this, but I'm going to call it a day. I just want to say thank you to those guys who have been keeping up with the update videos and commenting. I really do appreciate it, kind of encouraging me. Thanks ever so much. Thanks to Craig Modeler for arranging this group build. It was great fun. I really enjoyed it, and thanks to the wife and the kids for giving me the time to do this. So I'll show you the vehicle first, and then I'll show it you on the diorama. So here it is, guys. Matchbox is 1/76 scale Wesp Sd.Kfz 124. I have to confess that the nostalgia was very noticeable doing this build. There was a moment actually where you know, in those films where you get an overlay of two people, and it felt like my 11-year-old 12-year-old self was sat down with me making this. He probably had a bit more fun than I did, because obviously supposedly older and wiser, you tend to try and make the build as good as possible, whereas when you're a kid you just want to throw it together and have some fun with it. After I did the base paint of Vallejo's Desert Yellow, which is 977, I gave it a coat of clear floor polish, put the decals on, gave it another coat of clear floor polish. Once that was dry, I put my sludge wash on, which is black pastel chalk, which has been scraped with a knife to get the dust, into some water, and then just a couple of drops of washing up liquid, and I just spread that all over it. And once that was dry, I wiped it off with some Q-tips and just left the black in the recesses. After that, I tried Joachim's technique that he does on these vehicles. I'm not suggesting that Joachim invented it, but he certainly is very good at it, and that is trying to get some scratches on the paintwork, some that are just highlighted the paint slightly, some that have gone down to the metal and got a bit of rust. And that's the technique that I could have, as I say, done quite a bit more on, but I didn't. The tracks were super glued together, rubber band tracks. Then I initially painted them black, but then I decided to paint them Citadel's Dryad bark mixed with Administratum grey to give them a greyish brown look. Once that was dry, I then fitted them to the vehicle. No issues there. The drive sprocket stayed in place, the idle wheel at the back stayed in place, and so that was good. The only problem you have with them is that there's almost like points along parts of the track where the rubber's been, it looks like the rubber's been poured in or something, and so the road wheels are sitting, some of them are sitting on top of those points. It's not very clean at all between the teeth of the tracks, so you may see that, but I'm very happy with it. I've got to admit, I've thoroughly enjoyed the group build, and this has possibly been the best result that I've had for a Matchbox kit, and it inspires me to try and do a bit better with these kits in the future. I've got the other Africa core set, which has got the is it 7.5cm anti-tank gun BMW with sidecar, and like the crew carrier, I don't know, it's an Sd.Kfz 7. I've got that all made up. I've just got to paint it, so I'm going to try and do it as good as this one. So that's the vehicle. What I'll do now is I'll get the diorama and we can see it all together. So there it is, guys. The Dio, as you know, is supplied by Matchbox. Oh, sorry, was supplied by Matchbox, now being made by Revel. I've described how I painted the base up before. The figures were initially painted in Vallejo's green brown, and then they were given a wash of Reichland Flesh Shade, and then the green brown was put back on as a highlight. The faces were finished in Citadel Paint's Cadian Flesh Tone, and of course they had the Reichland Flesh Shade over the top as well, and then I highlighted back up with Cadian Flesh Tone. The boots on the figure that's, I believe, supposedly to be Rommel, they were painted in Doombull Brown from Citadel Paints. I'll turn it round so you can see the other side, although from this angle it's possibly the most interesting. So this is the other side, showing the other side of the vehicle as well, and the the crew member who's trying to fix a bolt, it looks like, on the drive sprocket. So that's it. As I say, thanks ever so much for watching, I do appreciate it. Thanks for the comments, and thanks again to Craig for running this, and I hope to crack on soon painting something and building something else. Take care, guys.